Hey everybody, it's Flight of Fear Fan bringing you guys a brand new stream. So today we will be jumping right back into the world of TimberNetwork, and today we will be spending some time in the Fairgrounds. We will be continuing to work on our rides and attractions. Today we will hopefully get the Grand Carousel ride model done. That's kind of my goal for this episode, is to get this ride model finished so that way we're able to use it, or like so that way like the ride can open. And yeah, so let me go ahead, grab a button. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a piece of redstone really quickly just so I can put that back. All right. So I'm gonna work in the ride model. I don't know if I'm gonna also have time for the tech, but I think the tech is pretty much finished. It's just I think it'll be basically just off the test it and make sure it works. But yeah, this ride actually I am planning on actually having it just spawn in all the time, kind of similar to the coasters, and it'll just automatically operate. So I think I'll probably get rid of the pressure plate eventually. And so I think probably what will happen instead is it'll just kind of be on a loop, basically. I think that's kind of how this will work, is it'll basically just be on a loop. The ride cycle will just loop itself every once in a while. So yeah, so we will go ahead. I'm gonna go and select the ride model. And actually I'm gonna go and check on all the information, make sure that this is all up to date. And I'll also make sure that I know the name of the ride model as well. So this is gonna be chcar underscore chgc. So when I have to make a save, and then I will know what it is called. Awesome. All right, so what we're gonna do first is we're gonna go ahead and get rid of the seat. So we'll get rid of that seat, delete. And what I will do is we're gonna go ahead and create 8 attachments, and we're basically just gonna duplicate these pretty much or basically around the ride area. I'm trying to think for this ride. I think I would want maybe restraints being checked probably in the same direction as they were initially. And so I'd probably want that, check the gate, and then continue around. So I think we'll probably have, so I think what I want to do here is, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horses, or 6 horses, and then these 2 will be carriages. So we'll have a couple of carriages, but most of the things will be horses. So we'll go ahead and start with our first attachment, which we shall move right here. I'm going to go ahead and train menu set. Ooh. I'm going to start with 1. Okay, so that will actually, I think we actually would want the Z axes then. Let me do, negative, -3, -5. So I think if I'm doing this right, it should be approximately right there. So that should be, because I don't want it to be too far this way, just because I don't want it running into the poles. So I think we'll go with that. And I am going to run probably one of the animations on the ride just to make sure everything is working. So once I have the first 8 attachments set up, we'll kind of go from there. So I'm going to go and duplicate this. So we're going to go ahead and move this over probably about -2.5. Like we're basically going to try to line it up somewhat with this, or probably the center of this pretty much is how we're going to line that up. So this will actually also be rotated. We'll do like a 45-degree rotation is good. I'm actually going to make a note of which way it just rotated. So I might need to do negative rotations, but actually, yeah, so a negative, I'll just do 45 for now. All right. And then, so what we'll do next is, yeah, let me go ahead and move this. So this is going to be -2.5. That clearly won't work. So we're going to remove that for a hot second. We're going to do -3 because I want to try to center it like right about here. I think that'll be a good spot for it if I have it centered kind of right where these 4 blocks meet right there. I think that should be a good. Ooh, wait, hold on. Yeah, actually, I think I'm pretty much where I want it to be. Perfect. Okay. And then so I'll basically just kind of mirror this around as we go around. So that'll probably, I would imagine that'll probably be regular 3.5 depth. So I will go ahead and we'll get out of this. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate. Oh, duplicate position. This will be, I believe, 0. Yeah, actually, no. This will be -5, I think. This will be 0. And then this will also be 0. Perfect. Okay, yeah, so I'm basically just trying to get the circle set up for this. So this is going to be duplicate. Rotate it like that, and then that should be right about there. Perfect. Go ahead and get the next one set up. I'm glad I don't have the hitboxes set up yet because I would have just destroyed the entire model if I did that. So I think, yeah, we're doing pretty good so far. I have the collision set to false, so if I'm running into the model like that, it's not a big deal. All right, so then I think that was that. Now we'll move on, duplicate, and we're going to go and create another attachment. This will be back to, which that'll be 5, that'll be 0, and that'll be 0. And then so we need to do one more attachment, duplicate. Yeah, so that should be good, I believe. Okay, so I think we're good. So now we can go ahead and start working on the actual model. So I think for basically for each of these attachments, so I guess for the horses, it should be, I think there should be an attachment for the horse, for the seat, and then for the pole. I think that will be the 3 attachments on each of these attachments. And then for the carriages, that'll be a little bit more complicated. There will be a few more attachments on each of those. But that should be the attachments for the seats should be, or for the horses should be relatively simple because I think it's basically just you need the horse, um, I just realized I haven't opened the creator dashboard on Twitch, so I actually am not sure, and I might get some Twitch audio in a second, maybe. No, it's not. I thought I was going to get Twitch audio just because I was opening Twitch to look at my um, Twitch stuff. Oh, looks like I do have 1 viewer, so thank you so much to the 1 viewer who's watching right now. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's stream. So yeah, let me get back from Minecraft. Perfect. Okay. So what I'll do then, so we'll go ahead and I will go ahead and start with this attachment. I'm going to go and make it an empty attachment. I'm going to go ahead and do that for each of the attachments. Oh, and I will also need a hitbox for each of these. That'll be another thing on each of the attachments. I will need to have a hitbox, or else I will not be able to edit the train. So, or else I will not be able to edit the model. So, I guess actually, what I might do, actually, just for right now, just because I don't want to make the hitboxes just yet. So, I think what I'll do is I'm gonna just go ahead and create a hitbox right now, and I'll just make sure that it's a good size. Like, actually, that should be fine, I think. Yeah, if I just do that, that should be fine for right now. I'm actually going to go and do that. And then I'm actually, yeah, I'm going to deselect the train. Actually, let me go ahead and train save actually. So this is going to be CH car, CH, ooh, I can't spell today, CHGC. So then if I go ahead and despawn and then respawn, I just want to make sure that that's saved correctly and also that I'm able to reselect the model. Go ahead and select it via the hitbox. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that worked, just because I know that that can be a little bit iffy sometimes. Like sometimes the hitbox doesn't always work. So I just wanted to make sure that I was selecting it by the hitbox to make sure that that worked. All right. So then, like I said, I think for each of the horses, so there should be the horse, there should be the seat, there should be the like the bar that you hold on to, and then the I think the fourth attachment should be a hitbox. So there should be basically four attachments, I think, for each of these. Um, oh yeah, actually, so I kind of screwed up then. Because actually I should have made the four attach, or well, actually, I guess I should have just done. Yeah, I guess I should have just made one attachment and then just rotated it around once we get done with it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and delete the other 7 attachments. Nope. Yeah, actually, I guess that was more me planning than anything else. So I kind of screwed that up. I shouldn't have made all the attachments yet because we'll be basically duplicating some of them. And actually, I'll probably keep that last attachment right here because we're going to use that. Let me actually just go ahead and make that visible again. So yeah, that I think that one and one other one we're going to use for the carriage. So I'm going to go ahead and make that empty for right now. Oh, actually, well, what I'll do actually, we'll go ahead and we'll actually put that one right here because this will be one of the carriages, and then the other one, of course, will be right here in the opposite corner. So we'll go ahead and make that an empty attachment. That way we don't see that anymore. And we'll go ahead. So I'm going to go ahead and add basically 4 attachments. So we're going to go and add 4 attachments. Oh, and actually, well, that one, I can delete that because I do not need that one. Okay, so the first attachment that we will do is an entity, and then this will be a horse. So it'll take a second for us to get there. But yep, looks like that is the entity that we have. So we'll go and rotate this. This will be a yaw, I think, and then we'll do like a 90-degree rotation, and then that should rotate that perfectly. I like it. Yeah, that should work, I think. So we can have, yeah, the horse is basically just going to be one attachment. Um, I think for the seat, we are going to have probably multiple attachments for that, so I'm going to make that an empty attachment. The hitbox should also only be one attachment as well. The bar will definitely be multiple attachments, and then the hitbox should only be one, I think. So that one should be okay. And I'm going to go ahead, right now, actually, I'm going to go and make this a seat really fast, just to make sure that this works. I'm just going to raise that up. I'm also going to rotate it 90 degrees, and I'm going to raise that up. Oh, actually, that was too far. 1.5. I do want to make it kind of sitting kind of flush on the horse just to make sure that it's at a good height. That is a little bit low, so I think I'm going to bring that back up to like 1.5. Yeah, 1.4 should be good. So I just wanted to make sure that the hitbox was working. So then if I do it from a different direction, okay, perfect. Okay, so that all works perfectly. So I think for this seat, and actually I'll just go ahead and set it up like that. So then, basically then, so we'll have the, I, oh, well, actually I think was this the, yeah, actually that was not supposed to be the seat. Actually, that was supposed to be the bar, I believe. So I'm gonna go and bring that back down. I'm gonna not worry about the rotation for now. I think this one was gonna be the seat, so I'll bring that up to 1.4, and then that will also be rotated 90 degrees. And so that'll be the seat, and then this will be the bar, I think. Yeah, I think so. So we'll go ahead and add an attachment. This will be the seat. Perfect. Okay, and then I will bring it back just a little bit, just because I do feel like, let me just, oh, wrong direction. And this will be kind of somewhat dependent on where the bar is. I like the bar will probably be somewhere around there, I think. Um, yeah, I'm gonna just look at that. That should be good. I guess I could try a light gray carpet and just see how that looks. Perfect, like that. Oh, there. Let's bring that up just a little bit. Um, that looks good. Okay, so we'll do a couple of those. I think so. I'm gonna go and duplicate, and we'll bring that back. I think. Oh, too far. Okay, so that should work, I think. So now we're actually sitting on it. I just want to take a look at the off ride. So yeah, I think that looks pretty decent. And then the next thing we'll do is I'm going to go and create another attachment, and then this will be, I'll grab an end rod. That's usually what I'll use for this, and then I usually will have to adjust the the pitch to about -60, and then I am going to center this, but first I'm going to get the height. Actually, I guess I can get the height from here, and actually I can do the height and also the pitch from here. So I'm going to do -60 on the pitch. Is then I will then update this one to just be 0. That looks good. Yep, that should be good. And well, that wasn't what I was looking for. Um, yeah, I kind of want this to be kind of a little bit centered on the horse. So we'll do like right about. And I do want to make sure that this is centered to the point. So that should be good, I think. So now if I get on the horse, yep, that looks good. Something I will do with this is something I will do with the entire, or actually, I guess this will probably be more with the seat. Is yep, seat. I think for this one, um, that is a little bit choppy, so I'm not really a big fan of that. I'm not really a big fan of that view. I don't want to lock the view though. I want to, yeah, that's gonna be probably something I'll have to, yeah, body can rotate. So yeah, that looks good. Um, yeah, I'm definitely excited to test this ride. I think that this is going to be a really good ride, so I'm really excited to test it when it is ready to be tested. All right, I'm actually going to be pausing the stream really quickly. I just have to take a quick bathroom break, so I will be right back. Hey everybody, I am back. So we will continue working on this nice old ride model for Grand Carousel. So we got the seat finished. So next we will work on this part of the model. We're going to create this. So let's go ahead and duplicate that attachment, and then yep, there we go. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was still there. All right. So what we'll do then, I think, yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring this up. Um, Oh, actually, well, I think we're gonna have to bring this back to 0, actually, because I think we'll have to do this for each one. Yeah, I think we'll have to do it for each individual one because I think that's the only way to do the Y thing without it being weird. So, yeah, and I'll be honest with this, I really don't remember if this was a just I don't remember how this looked in the original, so I'm just kind of going for it and hoping that I'm right. So, but I think this is how we did it though. So 0.6, so 0.8. And we'll basically be bringing this up until we hit about there. So it's like a really, really tiny fraction right there. So I actually am going to try doing 3 just to see if that still comes through. Oh, it does actually. Yeah, so we're going to have to bring that down just a tad to make sure that it doesn't come through. 2.9 I think should be enough to make sure it doesn't come through. Um, oh yeah, so to anyone watching, if you do want to chat in the chat, I believe I have it set up so that you have to follow me in order to chat. And that's mostly, I think, just because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to get like spamming people and stuff in the chat. So I believe if I'm remembering correctly how I set it up, I think you do have to follow me in order to chat. Yeah, so you have to follow me for 10 minutes, I think, in order to chat. Um, I think that's how I have the chat set up, just because I wanted some way of moderating chat. Um, I can look in my chat settings for that just to verify that. Yeah, so followers only chat 10 minutes. Yeah, so you do have to follow me and and then just wait 10 minutes in order to chat. But yeah, so yeah, thank you so much to Jared Plays Minecraft 1996. Thank you so much for the follow. So now I'm officially at 43 followers. So I'm just 7 followers away from getting an affiliate, which means like when I hit affiliate, that'll basically mean I can be paid to stream, which would be really nice. I would love to make this into a job. That would be really fun. All right, so we got I think we actually, yeah, I think we did get the first horse finished. So I think we're good on that. And then I think now I just have to duplicate that around in order to finish that. So I just have to get this dude and then duplicate. And then this, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I think this was negative 3.5 and then 3.5. Okay, I guess I'm doing that in the wrong direction. There, negative 3.5. And then we'll go ahead and rotate that. I think this will be hopefully 45. Looks like negative 45 actually. So I think we'll be doing negatives all the way around. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So we'll have 1 over here. Um, yeah, so we'll basically just duplicate these around. Um, oh, there we go. Okay, so then the next one we'll duplicate, and then we'll zoom this dude to 0, or no, actually negative 5. And then that one will be 0. And then that one will be negative 90. Sure, I think that's just 0. Yeah. And then I'll bring this one around one more time to, and then we'll rotate that 90 degrees. So that should be negative 270, I believe. Yeah, perfect. So we got our 6 horses. And then next we will go ahead and create the attachment for, let me just go ahead and figure out where that is. There we go. So there's that attachment. I just want to grab that, and then we'll go ahead and, so general, we'll go ahead and change the order and we'll move it up there. And then we will eventually be duplicating this attachment as well. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make that an empty attachment again. We'll go ahead and add an attachment. So for this one, it'll basically be, I think, the entire carriage. So we'll have to, I think, make an attachment probably for, we'll probably do bottom, middle, top like I usually do for a lot of my ride models. So I'll probably have the floor of the carriage be one attachment, then the walls and probably the seat be another attachment. And then we'll have, I don't know if we'll need a top attachment necessarily, but Um, I probably will not stream King's Parks on my channel just because my channel I think is more about Cedar Network and probably Cedar Network and PNT. Like and PNT when I get on band, but I think I generally go for like the bigger servers when I'm streaming, just because I think that these servers are kind of more well known. So I think I generally like to stream more well known servers, just because I think it gets me more viewers and more followers and stuff usually. Um, so I probably will not stream King's Parks for the most part. I might stream it like once or twice, but I probably won't stream it very much. Um, And I also probably will not stream tomorrow just because I'm quite busy tomorrow. I have some family coming over tomorrow, so I probably will not have time to stream tomorrow or Saturday. I think probably the next time I'll stream at the very earliest will be Sunday. But I will try to have somewhat of a consistent schedule for streaming because I'll probably try to stream. I'll be able to stream every Sunday. Like that's going to be kind of my consistent schedule, and then the rest of the week will change based on my work schedule because my work schedule is different every week, so I can't really predict when I'll be streaming. Um, but definitely I will be trying to stream a lot. I'll be trying to kind of stream as much as I can. Oh, and then I need to delete that attachment because I actually meant to duplicate this one. Duplicate, perfect. Okay, so I think for the carriage I think will basically just kind of go along the floor. So I won't have like the rods connecting it to the rest of the ride because it'll just it'll slide along the floor because it'll basically just be attached to the floor of the carousel. So I think what we'll do then, I think we'll go ahead and we'll call this our bottom attachment, and then we'll call this our middle attachment. And so I think for the bottom attachment, this will just be the floor of the carriage, I believe. And then for the carriage, I want there to be basically two seats that will each have two seats on them. Like so, basically, two people will be able to sit on each seat. Um, so I need to basically make it long and wide enough to be able to do that. Okay, yeah. So what I'll do then, so we'll go and add an attachment, and then I need to add a slab. Oh, and actually, I will need to add, I think, a hitbox attachment for the carriages. So I will go ahead and add another attachment, and then this will be the hitbox. Oh, whoops! I did not mean to go that far. Negative 0.3. So I'll need to make this probably. That's probably a little bit too far. So I'll bring that in by 0.2. And I do want a little bit of space between the seats, so I think I will probably have to create a third attachment. So I'll just make room for that. This will be actually 0.35, and I'll do the same thing for the other one. Just because we don't want there to be a huge gap, we just want there to be kind of a small gap. So what I'll do then, we'll go ahead and I'm going to duplicate this one, and then I'm going to put the X position at 0. So that way we now have a 3 wide thing, and then I think that should be good now. I think because we'll have the one seat and the second seat, and I'll have to obviously test that and make sure that that's good enough. So what I'll do then is actually I'm probably gonna have to do this in multiple attachments. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate that attachment. We'll bring that back, probably in the Z direction. Yeah, like that. That should be good. And actually, I do want to get a feeling for the middle of this. I do want to get a feeling for the middle, so we'll do that. We'll actually move this up, I think, maybe by 0.2 or so. Actually, negative 0.2. Because I want basically the middle of the carriage. I want the middle of the carriage to be like on top of that. I want them basically, I'm trying to think for the middle of the carriage then. So it'll be, I think we'll have the seat, the seat, like room for like legs, the seat, room for legs, one, two, three, four. Yeah, so I think basically I'll want I think four of these attachments basically. And then this will be negative 0.3 plus 0.6, so that'll be 0.3. Yeah, it'll make more sense, I think, once I have more of the attachments. Um, this is a very, very complicated ride model. You know what I'll do, I guess, since I'm turning this into three attachments, I'm actually going to go and add an attachment. I'm going to change order, obviously. Um, change order. I'm going to bring this up as far as I can. Yep, there we go. And I'll create an empty attachment, and then I'll put those three attachments into there. So then, actually, let me go back. Whoa, there we go. Okay, so then, I think that's those three. So those should be empty attachments, I think. Yeah, I might be doing this completely wrong, but oh, yeah, I've never been very good with attachments. Like it always ends up taking me a really long time to make ride models because I think it's honestly partly just that it's hard for me to visualize them, I guess. Um, I guess I don't really even care what block says. I want to create the ride model just in blocks because I think that'll help me a little bit with kind of visualizing this. So it's, basically it'll be something like that, and then we'll have the two seats. So yeah, it will be 4 blocks long, I think approximately. And then we'll have the 4 seats, and then there will be carpets on the outside um, to do the coloring and stuff. But I think this should be pretty much what I think that's pretty much what I'm trying to do. And so then I think for the seat part of it, it'll be, I think, 2 attachments plus the attachment for the seat. So it'll be 2 attachments, and then I think there'll be, yeah, an attachment for both so for each of the seat attachments, there'll be, I think, a couple, so probably 4 attachments. I can't do this math in my head. This is definitely, I will say, yeah, definitely, it takes a lot of practice to be good with train cards attachments, and I'm definitely, um, yeah. So Jared, yeah, I guess, yeah, you could probably get a few pictures of Cedar Point, like, I got, and I guess I actually also do have, I do have a pretty good idea of what Cedar Point looks like. I think just because I have been there a lot, so I don't know if I'll need a lot of pictures, but I'll I guess kind of, I think for right now, since I'm working on the Fairgrounds area, which is basically kind of a custom recreation of the main midway, I guess you could take some pictures of the main midway area. So like right inside of the main entrance. So if you could take pictures of that, that would be good. Um, yeah, I was gonna say since Alex, one of my builders this game, I thought he might try to voice call me, but I'll let him know that I'm streaming. Cool. I'm telling Alex to say hi to Twitch in the Minecraft chat. Say hi to Twitch. Actually, I'll even say it here too. Um, and and yeah, I guess he's also saying hi to YouTube because this stream will actually be uploaded to YouTube as well. Um, okay, yeah. So I think what we'll do then, I think yeah. So I'm gonna create one more attachment. So I think it'll be that. Oh, I need actually. So I need four attachments. I think because I think I need like that. Perfect. Okay. Possession. Oh, okay. So then I think it was this attachment. Yep, I can go and delete this one, I think. I'll be honest, I actually don't know what that attachment is for. Okay. So I think it's this one. Okay, yeah. So then I basically will need three more basically the same attachment. Perfect. Okay, so we got the basically the base of the ride model. We've got that. I think probably the walls I'll include in I'll include that in the part of the ride model that will have the seats. So we'll basically factor that in. Um, so I think probably what I'll do is I'll create probably a model for both of the sides, and then or sorry, an attachment for both of the sides, and then an attachment for the front and back. Front, I guess back, middle, front. I think will be what that is because we'll have to have like a wall of carpets right here, a wall of carpets in the middle, and then a wall of carpets in the front. And then we'll of course have to have two openings in this wall, basically. But yeah, basically I enabled this just so that I'm able to see how this is going to look. Just I wanted to make sure that this would be centered on that block, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that for a second. I'm going to go ahead and actually get rid of that now because I've centered that now. So then I think for the bottom, we're pretty much done with the bottom. So then what we'll do, so I think basically we'll need basically, how many attachments will that be? So we'll basically need, um, for the middle of it, we'll need, I think, actually, I think it'll be easier to visualize this if I start building this. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh, actually, it'll be, I think two attachments because I do want to have two colors for the wall of the carriage. So we'll have kind of a gray and then a red, and I think we'll do like a yellow for the inside of it. So that'll basically be, so for each of the walls, there'll be, I think, one, two, I think 3 attachments. I could be wrong, but I think 3 attachments. So let me go ahead and so I'll basically just grab each of the colors that I want. Um, yeah, as you can see, I'm not very good at visualizing this, so that is definitely something I need to work on. So I think there's that. Okay, yeah, so it'll basically be, I think, 3 for each. No, wait, hold on. So well, 3 for at least one of them. So yeah, let me go ahead. I'll create another attachment for here. So we'll go ahead and do this. Actually, there we go. Perfect. Okay. We'll go ahead and push this back. It'll actually be the pitch of it, I think, will be 90. There we go. And then this will actually, we'll have to bring up the Y position. Yeah, so 0.3 should be good. And then, well, basically, I think we'll need, um, so it basically needs 3 of these, I think. So let me duplicate. Oh, perfect. There we go. Okay, so I think, yeah, actually, it should just be 0.35, I think. Let me go ahead and, well, actually, I'll do it from left to right, actually. So we'll do negative 0.35. So we'll basically do, I think, so for, yeah, so for the sides, we'll have, I need to write this down, I think, because I think that's kind of what's going to help me, I think, with getting a good visualization of this. A lot of times when I do ride models, I will generally write down, a lot of the time I will write down, I will take notes on kind of how I want it to look. I don't know, I just need to find the paper that I usually do with that. Mm, okay, I'll just use this piece of paper. So just kind of a way to visualize the middle attachment, we'll basically need and for each of those walls, we'll need, um, I'll just call them levels. So level 1 and level 2. And then we'll also need the, we'll also need the yellow carpet. I'll just call the other attachment yellow. Um, and actually yellow, I guess, will be kind of a subset of level 2. So there'll be the walls, there'll be the seats, and within each of the seats there will be And so within each of the seats, we'll have so 1, 2 attachments for that. But within those 2 attachments, so within each seat attachment, we'll basically have um, the light gray carpets. I'll just call those gray. So basically gray 1 and 2 and seat 1 and 2 as well. Okay, so I think I have a vague idea of how this is going to look as far as like attachments. So that's the bottom and then the middle. So the middle will have basically 2 main attachments. Um, 2 main attachments to store each of the walls. So yep, let me go ahead. I guess what I'll do then is I will actually delete this attachment and we'll go and create 2 attachments, duplicate like that. And then within each of these attachments, we'll go, so within the walls, so I think, let me just make sure I have that right. So middle and then so walls. So within the walls attachment, we'll basically need, so just as a way to visualize this for myself really quickly. So basically we'll need 4 attachments. We will need an attachment for each of the walls. And then within each of those wall attachments, we'll have the levels. So I think, I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. So we'll have the walls attachment. We'll have basically, we'll have the walls attachment to 4 different walls. And within each of those walls, we'll have levels 1 and 2, and level 2 is the upper level. And so there'll be a subset of that will be the yellow carpet, which is like the back of the seat. Um, and so I did want to give another quick shout out to Jared Plays Minecraft 1996. He is my newest follower, so thank you so much to Jared Plays Minecraft 1986. Thank you so much for the follow. All right, so I think then what I need to do, so for each of the 4 walls, there will be 2, for each of the 4 walls, there will be 2 levels. So walls, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 levels within each of those walls. And then each level will then have the attachment. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. This is really, yeah, I'm just so confused right now how to do this. This is a ride model I made before, and I'm confused. Like that's how you guys can probably tell I'm not very good at ride models. Like that's definitely something I really do want to get better at. Is kind of figuring out how to make ride models because I think for me it's hard just because like there's a lot of attachments that go into ride models. So I think especially when you're creating a ride model from scratch, like instead of just using like the entities, Um, But I do really want to learn how to do it this way, just because I know that this is generally how a lot of other people will do ride models. Like I know, like on a lot of servers, like PNT, for example, I know that people will generally use train carts attachments for their ride models. Like I know, especially like on the creative server, I know that people use train carts attachments. Like I know that's how a lot of the ride models are made at a lot of the parks on PNT on the creative server. I know that people do use a lot of train carts attachments. Um, oh, train menu set. Um, so like that's kind of why I want to learn how to do it this way, just because I want to be able to help at people's parks and stuff. Um, oh, actually, wait, I think I have to do this on the Z train. Okay, just do that -0.2. I need to turn on night vision because I can hardly see this. So then this will be, I think it should be point two. Let me try point three, point four, point three. So then, nope, I did not tell you to add an attachment there. Okay, duplicate, and then we'll basically then, I think that's on the X, so 0.35, like that. Perfect. Okay, so now that we've got that, I think this is the one where I did that. Okay, awesome. So there's level one. And then level two, and then I think for level two there will also be a subset attachment that will be the yellow carpet. So let me go ahead. I think first we'll go ahead. Well, actually, we'll create two attachments. I think because well, actually, we'll create two attachments because one of them will be for the carpet, and then one of them will be for the. Yeah. Okay. Actually, oh, whoops. Hold on. So then this will be an empty attachment because I'll use that for the yellow carpets. Actually, I guess I'll make this into an empty attachment because we'll create basically two different. Oh, right. And I will say I do agree 100% that block bench would be a lot easier than this because this is definitely extremely difficult to create ride models this way. Like it's a very time consuming process. Like I think honestly that's a lot of times like why when I had someone working for me, I think that's why he took kind of a long time on ride models because it is a very time consuming process. Because it's a lot of trial and error when it comes to ride models. So I think, hold on here. Wait, so this is, oh, that's just the walls. Okay. And then this, oh, and then the seats. Oh yeah, I'll need, I think actually, so I'll need, for the seats, I'll actually need three attachments because I'll need I'll call this SB. Um, so I'll basically for the seats, I think I'll need three attachments basically because I'll need So for each of the seats, I'll need 3 attachments, I think. So bottom, middle. I am still utterly confused how to do this. So I'm just putting the seat up just because this will help me to visualize the wall part of it. So I'm going to open up the walls, and it'll be wall level 2 that I need to adjust. Yeah, some of this will have to be adjusted eventually, but I think for right now, this is kind of what I'm looking for. So let me go back to point 9. Okay. So what I'm eventually looking for is to, well, I will have to test the seat to make sure it's high enough. Um, well, actually, the seat back I think is high enough right now, but I think when we put the seat in the position that it will actually be in, um, I'm actually going to close that for a hot second. I've actually lost where I put the seat. Oh, this should be the seat. I think. Yep, there we go. So I'm going to put this up a little bit. I'll sink it down just a little bit. Yeah, so I think we will actually need an extra attachment, I think, for the seat back. We'll need probably a 3rd level. Yeah, so we'll probably just have to duplicate that level right there. So I'm going to finish creating that level just so that we have an idea of how this is going to look in the end. So so we'll go ahead and duplicate this. I will go ahead and put that at negative 0.35, just so we have that back where it should be. I'm going to put this at 0. Oh, I just had to go AFK for 1 second. I'm actually going to go ahead and cut the stream right here. Um, because I've got to go. So thank you guys so much for watching the stream today. If you guys enjoyed the stream, please be sure to follow me on Twitch and also be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos for more of this content. I'm hoping eventually to get Planet Coaster onto my channel as well, in addition to Minecraft. And I will be sure to kind of let you guys know when I plan on doing that. So thank you guys again so much for watching. If you guys um, if you guys enjoyed, please be sure to follow me on Twitch and also subscribe to me on YouTube and like my videos for more of this content. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great rest of your night.